Hi, Tony Fonati, inspirational dude, coming to you live with the subject of fear is love in disguise. Have you ever been in a situation where you've been so fearful that everything just felt like it was collapsing on you? There was just pure darkness, that there was no light whatsoever, no resources that you could call upon to strengthen yourself with. No one could console you. I've been there. Have you ever been so fearful of what people would think of you if you were wrong, or if you did something silly, or if you made a mistake, and so you didn't do it? You held yourself back. Been there, dude. Done that too. Last year in September, when I was in New Zealand for the Hall of Fame, I got a call that my son Noah had an accident. He had fallen, hit his head on the concrete, and he was in a coma, self-induced or induced by the hospital. And I went to the hospital, and I thought I was dreaming. I thought maybe if I laugh, this is a hospital, this is a dream. I'm in a waiting room, but I saw my family. And I knew instantly that there was pain. I could feel it. And I went into hate mode because I couldn't believe what was happening. I couldn't inspire myself. I couldn't inspire anyone. Inspirational dude. Out of business. Bang, just like that. It was an amazing experience. Really was. All I could do at that time was think, where is the gift in this? Because that is a question I ask my clients a lot. When we get to that space, where is the gift? That's what I tell them. And then I say, wait and see what shows up. Well, you just don't know. So I asked that, where is the gift in that? While waiting in the waiting room, there was another family there. I saw the doctors talk to them. I saw them with some urgency pack up their stuff, move out of the waiting room. They were all gone except for the mum. She just trailed by me. Then she stopped and she came back to me and she said, my son has died. He's gone. We just looked at each other. Tears filled my eyes and hers. We connected. Without any words, I knew that there was hope. I knew that Noah is alive. And I started to love. I started to love the doctors for what they do. I started to love the family that was there. I started to love everything. I started to see possibility. And in that love, I became more powerful, stronger, more certain. And in that state, I started to become crazy resourceful. I started to think, if the doctors don't know what's going on, if they're saying it's just like a piece of string, and I don't know what's going on, I can make stuff up too. So I made up that Noah will be well in 7 days. He will wake up in 7, and he will fly home in another 7. Noah shall wake up in 7, he shall fly home in 14. That's it. Sounded good to me. Really good. Then I started to stack it with certainty. Where is this coming from? So I said, okay, so Noah is a vegetarian. He's a fitness model. He's a positive guy. He's a loving guy. He's got a beautiful girlfriend there for him, his beautiful family. I'm his dad. I'm the inspirational dude. I've coached him. He's read inspirational books. He's listened to Tony Robbins. This hospital has never, ever in their history had anyone who is so prepared for this journey. So I was certain. And in my certainty, I was so certain that I had to ask this question. And that was, what if I'm wrong? I had to explore it, not dismiss it. What's the worst that could happen? Worst that could happen is I could be called the inspirational douche. loser, crazy guy, woohoo, you know. I could be called names. My reputation could be gone. I could lose my business. But you know what? What if I'm right? Now that is a much better question. That made me feel like, what if I'm right? Why not focus on that? And I start to feel more certain again. And I stacked it with statistics. I know that 14 children die in a minute. I know all around the world there are children dying, and Noah was breathing. So I declared it. I let my family know, I let anyone know that Noah will wake up in 7 and he shall fly home in 14. Then I went into his room and I wrote a note and I said, Noah, when you wake up, say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I stuck it at the end of his bed. I went and saw the nurse. I said, nurse, is it all right if I play him some music? I've got Unleash the Hero in it. She said, no. The blood could, expand the brain and the brain could do this and that. And I said, okay, thank you. And I played the music to Noah. And then I left and I told the family I was going home. I won't be visiting again. I don't need to. Everything's all good. He shall be well. And from there, I spoke only one language, and that was the language of love. And that's gratitude. That's all there is. And from there, Noah woke up in 3 days, beyond the expectations of everyone else. The nurse said that was the fastest recovery they've ever seen from a head trauma. And then he went to rehab, like 5-6 days after that. He had another accidental fall, but he got back up and he was out of rehab and back home in about 28 days in total. But who's counting? It was just an amazing thing to see that and to know that with certainty, anything can happen. So whenever you are in a fearful state, this is what you can do. I broke it down into 9 little steps. First of all, feel whatever you're feeling when you first experience the fear. And if it's hate or whatever, feel it. And then ask yourself the question, where is the gift in this? And then wait for love to appear in disguise. Somehow, because you've asked the question, it must appear. When it does appear, bathe in the love, be thankful, and start getting creative with solutions. Then declare it, believe it, think it, do it, and behave as if it is a done deal. Then stack it. Stack it with facts, stack it with reality, stack it with as much as you can stack it, and then ask yourself, what if I'm wrong? And then explore it. What's the worst thing that can happen? If you're wrong, you're not going to die from it. Then ask yourself, what if I'm right? And then bathe yourself in that. What if I'm right? That'll be awesome. And then go and say thank you, thank you, thank you. That will be your language, the language of love, which is gratitude. So I hope that has helped you. I hope that will help you in the future, and that when you find yourself, know that fear is love in disguise. And the first thing that you can do for yourself is think of 3 of the most loving things you can do for someone that you love, whatever that may be. And whatever those 3 things you think of, write them down. 3 loving things. Give it to yourself, because you are the most loving person that you do know. Give it to you, and then you can give it to others. And one more last tip is, love is everything. There is nothing else. Where there is love, there is just absence of fear. So thank you very much for listening to this video. I started writing a song about this. I haven't quite finished it, but I'll just sing you a little bit, and then next time I'll give you a full recording. It goes something like, I'm in a dream, extinguishing walls of doubt. I'm surrounded by dampness. I can hardly breathe. Yeah, anyway. And I've forgotten the rest of the verse. But the chorus, which is, I love, it's called Burn My House Down. It goes, let my house burn. Let the lightning strike. Let it all come down. Let the walls come crashing down. And when it falls, I have never ever seen such a beautiful sight of the rising moon until I saw my house burn down. Thank you very much. Love, love, love. Peace.